every 6 days that we're open.
Yeah.
And it's a great little lunch spot, you know, especially in this room that we're sitting now.
Great party room too. Yeah. And by swapping out your menu items on your HRW menu, you're also giving diners a chance to come back for a repeat visit, because that is also part of the game. All right, we're going to take a look at some of the appetizers that are on your 2025 Houston Restaurant Weeks menu. Menus go live, y'all, July 15th. So if you look on the Houston Restaurant Weeks website today, you'll see the 2024 menus, but I know everybody's waiting for the July 15th menu. So we're giving you previews of all of the 2025 menu items all through June, all through July, only on Fox 26 and Fox Local. All right, let's go on over to the foodie cam. Take a look. Oh, beautiful. Chef Travis.
Yeah, so one of the options that we always do is a salumi of some sort. So we source all of our salumis either from Italy or some amazing purveyors here in the Southeast that kind of been doing things. So the way the old world. So what we have here is a little copa that is from Tempesa. And so copa comes from the pork shoulder, if you will. And similar to a lot of salami flavors, this one is picante, so it has a little bit of spice to it. And it's served with our house-made focaccia. So this focaccia is, we brought the starter down from New York with us. It's been the same starter. It's made it through the freeze, made it through 2 hurricanes.
Everybody has starter stories.
We learned in New York during the big hurricane there that we should probably freeze some of the starter.
Yeah.
Because it can go dormant and you can bring it back to life.
Yeah.
So we did that.
Some of that stuff is like hundreds of years old. Right?
So this one is probably about 10 years old.
Yeah.
And so we make the focaccia 3 times a day. In the morning for lunch, we'll do another wave in the afternoon, and then one right before dinner. So by the time we get there, it might be the copa. We might be doing some prosciutto sandinelli, which is the cousin of prosciutto di Parma.
Yes.
We always do the sandinelli instead of the Parma. It's from a different region. It's a little bit more savory, less sweet. It's one of my favorites. Or we might be into like mortadella or something similar. But you can expect to see this on probably the lunch and dinner for an appetizer, because it's a good way to start your meal, especially if you have 2 people doing it. One get that, one get the salad, and kind of. I know we don't share if you're not doing it, but if you're both getting it,
I mean, that's what I do.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I mean, if you're going out with a group for HRW, everybody can get.
You should get something different and share, and that's really how the food here is meant to be eaten at Ostia. Is that it should really be a bunch of appetizers and pastas and stuff like that shared on the table and try it, right? It's a little bit kind of the goal behind our menu. So that's how I would recommend it. I would recommend somebody get this, and then maybe somebody get the salads or something like that.
I love that. You know what? I've started walking into restaurants, and as soon as they hand me a menu, I don't even look at it anymore. I just ask the chef, what do you think I should try today?
Well, you can always, outside of Restaurant Weeks, you can always do that here too. We do what we call the family style menu.
Oh.
And so we usually recommend it for parties of 4 and up. But it's essentially, we just go up for you. And so it's, 4 or 5 appetizers, it's 2 pastas, there's a mid course, and there's entrees. Everything's sort of family style, very especially when you're sitting in the patio in the greenhouse. It's that very Italian al fresco vibe.
Sit down and enjoy.
So Restaurant Weeks, but if you do have a big group and you want to do that too, that's an option.
That's great to know. All right, let's take a look at another one of Chef Travis's appetizers on the Houston Restaurant Weeks 2025 menu. They go live on July 15th, but we've got your exclusive sneak peek on the very popular Ostia menu. Chef, what are we looking at?
Yeah, so this is our take on a panzanella salad. So panzanella salad, it can be really anything, but it has to have one thing, and that's bread, right? The pan of the panzanella. So this is an old dish from Italy that was kind of a way for, it's all the best dishes from Italy are peasant dishes when you think about it. But it's a way to get rid of stale bread or stretch it out. And so what we do is we take all the focaccia that's left over at night. A lot of that gets converted into our croutons that you'll see in our Caesar salad. But these croutons are just slightly scaled out and then lightly toasted. It's tossed right now with some early season tomatoes, some peaches, a little bit of red onions, capers, and I like jalapenos and a lot of things. I found that Texas style food and Italian food go together very well. We both like acidic, spicy style food.
Yeah.
So it's got a little bit of French mint.
I've never heard
basil.
a chef say that before.
And so, and so this is dressed with a little bit of champagne vinegar, a little bit of peach vinegar that we make. So throughout this season, all season long, whatever fruits or not mostly fruits or onions or something like that we're using, we'll save either the pits or the roots, and we'll just make vinegars out of it.
Recycle them.
And so these peach pits were from last year's salads, and we make a vinegar out of that, and that's what we use to dress it. So light, bright, acidic, touch of heat from the jalapeno.
The mint.
So I personally, this is a little blasphemous to say for more of an Italian cuisine. I like basil, but I like mint more. And I found that mint in dishes that usually get basil really shine. It gives you that summery, fresh flavor.
It's like a zing.
But without the medicinal part of it. Because for me, basil can get very medicinal very quickly. So I still like it. I still utilize it, but I use a lot of mint in lieu of that.
Yeah.
So I mean, like even red sauce pastas and stuff like that, a lot of times we'll use mint instead.
I love that. Yeah. That's amazing. A lot of Italian influence here at Ostia.
So, when people ask us what our cuisine is, the easiest way to say it's my cuisine, but it is very leaned into Italian cuisine, right? The underlying ethos of the restaurant is Italian cuisine with a lot of New American California influence in the sense of those worlds kind of combine, right? It's about seasonality. It's about local. It's about simplistic manipulation of the food. It's not overdoing things. And that's the way we cook. We don't, we use good technique, but not overly complicated technique. Just let the food be what it is.
Absolutely. Yeah. Respect the food and actually taste it without overpowering it. And, you're very well known for your dishes. You're kind of, I like to call you the chef's chef. So any chef I talk to, out and about, when I ask them what's their most recent visit, a lot of them,
I appreciate that.
Ostia, Cultivare, that's another one.
We know Brian and I come from the same
Yeah,
info.
I know you do. I know.
We both come from the Jonathan Waxman tree, who is the godfather of American cuisine, who at one point was a California chef, and an Italian told him, "You cook Italian food." He's like, "No, I don't." It's like, "Yes, you do," because it's the same, right? It's very similar in that sense. Yeah. Ryan and I come from the same tree. And I think as what we try to do is make things that are craveable and that you want to come back and eat regularly. But also I want people to leave Ostia saying, I can make that at home. Go home and try to create that dish at home. Maybe they hit it, maybe they don't. And then maybe they come back and like, all right, try it again. Okay. And then if they ask us, I'll tell them exactly how to make it. I don't care.
They're not making it at home like you're making it.
Well, I want them to go home and have fun and try to do it and not look at something and be like, I can never make this at home. Because to me, that's not the point of food. It should be approachable. It should be fun. One of my favorite things that Jonathan ever taught me was restaurants. The word restaurant comes from, derivative of a Greek word that means restore. And that's really what our goal is to restore. It's restore life. It's restore energy. Let people come in and have fun. And then leave happier than they were. The food it should be serious in the sense that we respect it and love it, but it shouldn't be too serious. It's food. It should be a good time.
Yeah, I love that. Love that. All right, let's go on back to the Foodie Cam, taking a look at another dish on the Ostia Houston Restaurant Week's menu. What are we looking at, Chef?
Yeah, so this has been a staple from day one. All right, so this is our Caesar salad at Ostia. It is one that it's personally to this day one of my favorite things to eat when I'm here. So it's a Little Jim Caesar salad. So Little Jim, the derivative of basically the heart of romaine. So they manipulated the plant to basically just produce the heart of it. So it's like really sweet, buttery romaine. It's the croutons I mentioned earlier. So we take all the leftover focaccia and then we make a bagna cotta. So a bagna cotta is like a garlic and anchovy confit. It is tossed in that and then baked and then coated in pecorino